Talk right into it? Okay. So this is the other headset you got? Or microphone? I can hear it in here.
Oh, that's why you can hear it in theirs, because it took it off of me. That's okay. We'll leave it like that.
Like what? What are you talking about?
You're gonna be in there. You won't be able to hear them through. You might be able to. Chad, turn yours up and talk. Oh, wait a minute. We're live, so no. So anything you say is gonna be heard through there. So.
And him too.
Hello, everybody, and welcome inside. That was way loud. Welcome inside Wildcat Fieldhouse on the campus of Harrisonville High School. Your Harrisonville Wildcats and the Grandview Bulldogs set to come up in Class 4 District 13 semifinal action here in about 15 minutes or so. It's time for our pregame show. Brought to you by Sherwood Community Bank. Start saving for your students' future today. Sherwood Community Bank member FDIC. Well, Gary, they won on Saturday and they made it to March. So we're officially in March Madness. And if this game was any indication of what we're in for with the 1 seed, that means we're going to have our handful tonight. Ruskin just beat a 19-3, 9th in the state ranked team by 15 plus points and led by 15 most of the second half.
Yeah, but if you like basketball, that was a game to watch. Nevada is everything that everybody talked about. They've got an excellent team, a lot of good players, some that are going on, some that are still underclassmen that are going to be back next year. It was a fun game. Granted, they were ahead. I think they ended up winning by 14. But the fact remains is a lot of those 14, they were within 4 and 6 into the end of the third, beginning of the fourth. They just made too many mistakes at the wrong time. But it was a fun game to watch, and like you said, if that game is any indication what we're going to see in the next game with Harrisonville and Grandview, it's a great night for basketball.
Absolutely. You know, that last game, about 2:10 left in that game. They had a shot to get it to a 2-possession game, couldn't pull it off. That was kind of the difference in the game. So they're trying to get everybody cleared out and ready to roll.
I don't think they're going to get this started in 15 minutes because the stands were completely packed, the hallway was completely packed, and trying to get people in and out with the players trying to get warmed up is going to be difficult right now.
That is why that 15 extra minute buffer is so important, I feel like, in games like this, especially a semifinal contest where you got the stands already full. So now they got to empty out, and then they got to fill back up for the last game of this one. So we got a lot on our plates here in the pregame show. We got some starting lineups coming your way. Keys to the game. I got a special guest to talk to here about his amazing district victory coming up here in just a few minutes as well. So we've got all kinds coming up. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more on your pregame show right after this.
There's always something going on with the Chamber. Monthly First Friday coffees, monthly luncheons, festivals, and events all over town. Harrisonville Area Chamber of Commerce is there for the community and your business. So don't miss out. Head over to the Chamber's Facebook page and see what's happening, or visit their website, harrisonvillechamber.com. Every broadcast team has to look good. The 4T's crew is no different. That's why we trust C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing to outfit us for each broadcast. Offering full-service screen printing, embroidery, promotional products, banners, and more, they can take care of you. When you're looking for a company to make that next shirt, stop looking and call C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing at 660-885-2447 or find them on Facebook or Instagram. When you plan a party, the last thing you want to worry about is cooking. So call the experts at Time for Seasoning Caterings. Stephanie will help you plan and execute a brilliant event for you. So take the worry out of your event and let Stephanie wow your guests with a great menu. Whether a small get-together of friends or a big wedding, Stephanie will take care of you. Visit them online at timeforseasoning.com. That's THYME forseasoning.com.
Looking for a new modern-style place for your wedding? One that won't break the bank? We've got good news for you. Harrisonville's newest event space, the Uptown Event Space, is now booking for events for the holidays and next year. Located across from the Old Cass Medical Center, there's ample parking and space for your next big party, complete with private rooms for the bride and groom to get ready, a kitchen area, and a full catering available. It's time to go to Uptown and book your next event today. Buying a house is a full-time job in itself. Why not take the work out of finding your dream home? Go see Carol Looney and her staff at American Heritage Realtors today. Locally owned and members of the community, American Heritage is sure to help you find everything you need in a new home. With insight to local schools, parks, and neighborhoods, they'll match you with everything you want for your dream home. So when the time comes to buy or sell, call American Heritage Realtors at 816-380-6161 or visit them today online at americanheritage-realtors.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back inside of Wildcat Fieldhouse, the campus of Harrisonville High School. MSHSAA Class 4 District 13 basketball action set to come your way in about 13 minutes or so. Got Gary Davidson alongside me. We got a special guest in here right now and want to talk to him. A lot of you know the voice, a lot of you know the name, Frankie Jackson.
How's everybody doing out there?
The Butler Bears head coach.
He says I'm on. I don't hear myself, but as long as everybody
we'll
can hear
roll
me.
through this. Frankie, first of all, congratulations. District championship in your hometown.
How about
it
that?
Had to be very sweet.
Oh, it was very sweet. And it's just a great time of the year, March Madness, where anything can happen. It's what I like to call upset season. I mean, it's truly high school March Madness at its greatest, and we just happen to be playing right at the right time. And I'm just happy for all my boys and the girls and the whole community of Butler.
Hey, it's all about playing at the best basketball at the right time. You've won 7 out of your last 9 games. That kind of tells you where you guys are as a team. And the crazy thing is you don't start any seniors. That's got to be a pretty good feeling in the back of your mind, knowing that this experience is going to come in great next year as well.
Definitely, but also not getting complacent because how we achieved a little success to believe that it's that easy to get there each year. And now teams are going to want to hit us with their best because we snuck one in on them.
Yeah, but that's going to make you better for next year.
Yes.
There's no question. And the way you played Harrisonville the first game down there at Butler, I mean, you played an excellent game, and I can see why that you won districts and going to go
thank you.
Go a little bit farther.
Definitely.
And rumor has it Blair Oaks is a real small lineup that don't have much height at all. That's what I'm hearing.
Right, they're about a college lineup. They start 2'6'9", a 6'1" guard. I mean, they're well stacked, so to speak. So you're probably questioning what am I doing here watching the game when I should be home even more scouting and coming up with my own game plan. But I'll be sleepless tonight. I'll have plenty of time to do my homework. Trust me.
Well, hey, we're glad you're here to watch these guys. I know you have a pretty good bond with this team. You were around this team a lot. You've helped a lot of these kids get better over the years with training them in the gym, after hours, as well as being an assistant coach. So I know this is a special night for you as well to watch these guys. So we'll let you watch, but kind of watch as a coach, because I want to bring you on at halftime and see what adjustments you might, in your coach's mind, would think about making.
Now, after the audience hear this, it may drop my stock. I need to remain silent while my skillet's a little warm right now.
Well, we will bring you back in. Congratulations on the district title.
Thank you,
and
my man.
you know I'm always one of your biggest fans.
I already know.
Again, congratulations, Frankie.
Thank you.
That is Frankie Jackson, head coach of the Butler Bears, joining us here on the pregame. We may bring him back on here in just a little bit. The Wildcats and the
Grandview
Bulldogs.
let me help you a little bit,
I
Chad.
had Mr. Butler Bear up here. I almost said that. So we're about 10 minutes away from your opening tip-off. Late night in the Ville headed your way in about 10 minutes. We'll take a timeout. We're going to be back with some keys to the game on your Sherwood Community Bank pregame show right after this.
It's important to have a local bank. Sherwood Community Bank is the area's only locally owned bank. It's nice when your local bank is also up with the times and provides you with internet banking and a mobile banking app. We are all so busy, so sometimes being able to jump online or use an app to transfer funds at the click of a button is the easiest way to bank. So go to one of Sherwood Bank's 4 convenient locations in Urick, Creighton, Garden City, or Harrisonville and set up an account today.
And don't forget to download the Sherwood Bank app.
Want the best deal from the best dealership? Max Motors Ford, right in Harrisonville, Missouri. We make deals the others won't. More for your trade, less for your new one. Worth the drive from anywhere. We will beat any competitor's offer on a new vehicle by $500 or give you $500 and a tank of gas. With a great selection of over 800 vehicles priced at or below dealer cost. Come see why Max Ford in Harrisonville is the easiest place to buy a car. Visit us at the corner of 71 and 291 highways or shop maxford.com. Proud to sponsor our Harrisonville Wildcats.
Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Services have been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a 4th-generation Wildcat, and with this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud supporters of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
Hi, I'm Lacey Dom.
Hi, I'm Cameron Chenoweth with American Family Insurance.
And as I was saying before I was cut off, I'm Lacey Domnick with Shelter Insurance. As you can see, we're both competitors off the field. However, since we're Harrisonville alums, we both still love the Wildcats and this community.
So if you are looking for hometown insurance from your hometown agent, give me a call, Cameron.
No, give me a call at 816-380-2700 for a shelter insurance quote today.
Or for the best quote, give me a call at 816-380-3996 for an American Family quote. We know you have options, so we want to team up to give you the best options in insurance.
Event spaces come in all shapes and sizes. Finding the one that is just right can be a hassle. Not anymore. The Dickey Cottage is perfect for those extra large family gatherings, birthday parties, baby showers, and more. With a large kitchen to use, a giant dining room for everyone, and a living room area with a big screen, there is sure to be room for everyone to relax and feel right at home. So the next time you need a venue that is just right, call Sonia at 816-925-0588 and book your date today. The Dickey Cottage, the venue place.
Welcome back to Harrisonville, Missouri, Class 4 District 13 basketball action. Semifinal night. Cats survive and advance on Saturday for the 3rd time this season over the Warrensburg Tigers. And they get, no big deal, Gary, the 2-time defending state champions, the number 5 ranked team in the state of Missouri on semifinal Tuesday night.
Okay.
No big deal.
Any given night, we know any given night, any given team can play with anybody and win, and we've been there before.
I saw a good quote. I don't know if you remember the quote, the pregame speech from the 1980 Olympic hockey team.
Oh, yeah. In fact, I watched the special the other day.
Miracle on Ice. If anybody's ever seen that or heard the pregame speech that Coach Herb Brooks gave, he said, 9 times out of 10, this team is going to thump us. 9 times out of 10, they're going to beat us. But that means there's that one time. And tonight's
the night
that we are that one time. So anything can happen. There's a lot that needs to happen for them to be able to do it, and that's what we're going to talk about right now on our Keys to the Game. Key to your finances, free checking account from Hawthorne Bank. Keys to the Game coming up your way right now. Number 1, come out swinging, Gary. You got to come out. You can't be intimidated. You got to punch them right in the mouth and let them know you're not going anywhere.
But you come out swinging and you do hit some shots and hit some things, you're going to have to continue because Grandview's not going to be one that's going to lay down. They're going to be running fast. They're going to be a lot like the Ruskin team played, and it's going to be difficult. And the nice thing about Harrisonville, we've got 10 guys, even maybe 11, that can play on the court. And right now, they were showing only 7 or 8 for Grandview. So I don't know how accurate that is, but still, by the fourth quarter, if they run that and we play with them, it's going to make it difficult in the fourth.
Absolutely. You got to establish that identity early and let them know you're not intimidated by them. And another part of that is dunks are still only worth 2 points. They're probably going to tomahawk a couple down. You can't be standing in awe. You got to let them see it. You got to come down back the other way. Maybe catch them sleeping back on the other end and toss up a 3 and toss it in.
Yeah, while they're celebrating, take it down the court to them.
Absolutely. Number 2 for me is one time only. One time only. You cannot be giving up second, third, fourth, and fifth chances all night long. If you do, it's going to be a long night, and in the third and fourth quarter, you're going to be trailing by 20 plus.
Yeah, we saw that with the Nevada Ruskin game, and early in the game, Ruskin was getting 1, 2, and 3 rebounds under the offensive boards, and Harrisonville cannot afford that to happen to them tonight because you're right, we will be way behind real quick if that happens.
Key number 3 for me is protection. You got to protect the ball tonight. You cannot have turnovers. If you start with a lot of turnovers, they're going to turn turnovers into easy layups and dunks, and you're going to get behind early. This is a team you cannot play catch-up against. You're going to have to play from in front. Make them chase you. Make them stay in this game because I'm a firm believer in if you allow an underdog to hang around, the longer they hang around, the harder it is for them to go away.
Oh, absolutely. And I like the capability of our team because we have a lot of speed. We know Grandview is going to bring a lot of speed. We've got a lot of speed to match up with that. So it's not going to be easy going down the court for them. We've just got to continue with the pressure on them.
Those are the keys to the game brought to you by our friends at Hawthorne Bank. And now, Gary, something else I would think about, this in no way is questioning Coach Langer at all. I would have really considered and thought about starting Kennedy Atkinson tonight. And the only reason I talk about that is because of his defensive prowess. He's not going to give you a ton of points, but he knows how to crash the boards, and he's our best defender on ball. If you can play him inside against Manning and Morris, that might slow them down early on. I'm not, and that's not taking anything away from Colby Knowles, because that's probably where I would place him. But it gives you a longer, more athletic lineup when you start Jenkins, George, Langer, Atkinson, and Rogers.
Well, Atkinson has come in the last several games and crashed the boards hard offensively and defensively and gave us some points and defended some points when we really needed them. So if he's not obviously going to start, but I think he needs to probably get a lot of time tonight.
Absolutely. Now, let me run down the starting lineups right now, brought to you by the best lineup for home appliances, Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. Stop by, see Arlene and the crew, and browse the showroom on Plaza Drive. Starting lineups for the Grandview Bulldogs. It'll be Reggie Morris, Taj Manning, Camden Smith, Jordan McGee, and Reginald King. For your Wildcats, it's going to be Jenkins George, Langer Knowles, and Rogers. We're a couple of minutes away from your opening tip. Thanks for joining us on the Sherwood Community Bank pregame. We'll be back with your opening tip in just a couple of minutes.
One of the scariest things to do is to take your car to a mechanic. No reason to be scared when you have the best mechanics around right here in Harrisonville. Colby and the crew at Colby's Car Clinic are all ASE certified mechanics with the latest equipment to keep your vehicle running smoothly year in and year out. So don't be scared. Go to Colby's Car Clinic and take the fear out of getting your car fixed. Give Colby a call at 816-380-3000 or go see them in the big blue building behind O'Reilly's. There is only one place in Harrisonville that you can see every Wildcat game, home or away, on the big screen. That's at Forged by Fire. If you're unable to make the journey to the game, stop in and watch the game with fellow Wildcat fans. Check them out every other night as well during the week with nightly specials and a full menu that is sure to make your mouth water. Forged by Fire is Harrisonville's premier restaurant. And remember, it's your Friday night Wildcat headquarters before, during, and after the game.
All right, welcome back inside of Wildcat Fieldhouse on the campus of Harrisonville High School. Gary Davidson and Chad Grammer getting ready to bring you high school basketball action. MSHSAA Class 4 District 13 championship game. Want to give a shout out to my cousin Abby Vogel and the Montrose Lady Blue Jays. They won their sectional game tonight 63-31 and move on to the quarterfinals, probably against a Walnut Grove team that is loaded. So congratulations to them on their sectional win. Now let's go with Upset City. It's the upset season, as Mr. Jackson pointed out a couple of minutes ago, and it's a why not us type of night. I watched this team 10 years ago in this same gymnasium take on a state-ranked Grandview Bulldog team, give them everything they could for 4 quarters and 2 overtimes, and knock them off in the district championship game. So, hey, let's have history repeat itself 10 years later in the semifinals. It'll be Grandview going from right to left in this first half. They're going to be in their home whites, white tops, white bottoms. The Bulldog on the shorts, the powder or Carolina blue trim and Carolina blue numbers. The Wildcats in their home or their away blues, blue tops, blue bottoms. And hey, why not? Let's go all 3 games and wear some blue. Rogers going to be jumping it up at the midcourt stripe as we are set for basketball. Late night in the Ville. Tip-off 9:05, about 20 minutes later than we originally thought. About 10 minutes earlier than we were going to originally tip. So about right where we thought we would be. 9:05 tip coming your way. And it's going to be Manning and Rogers to jump it up, and it'll be controlled by the Cats. And here they come up the floor. It'll be Smith with it out front. Spins it over on the wing. Into the corner they go for Morris. Morris back up front. They go for Smith. Over on the wing now for McGee. McGee back top of the key. 3-ball, long 3, no good. Long rebound by Jenkins, and the Cats have it early. They're going to bring it back the other way. No score with 7:35 to go here first quarter. Jenkins looking to set up his offense here. Backdoor cut up and glass and good. Cats up 2-0 early. Landon George backdoor.
What a play.
Gonna have to have a lot of that tonight. They go top of the key with it, spin around. Smith goes to inside to Manning. Manning gonna try to work his way in. Glass no good. Rogers with the rebound. And it's gonna go back the other way, stripped away, picked up, and Glass said no good. Rogers with the rebound. And it'll be a jump ball to the Wildcats. Gary, we talked about it pregame. Punch him in the mouth. Cats are playing physical early, and I like it. 7:07 to go here in the first quarter of play. Cats look to get it in. They get it in to George. Ahead to Langer. Langer skips it over to Jenkins. Back to George. George back to Jenkins. Jenkins got it between the circles. Under 7 to go first quarter. 2-0 Cats with the early lead. Handoff for George. George out front for Rogers. Rogers has got it. Looks back door. Gets it off on the wing. 3-ball. Knowles. No. Rebound inside. Tipped around. Picked up. And back the other way it goes. King with it ahead. Over to Morris. He's going to drive. Float. No. Rebound Cats. Ahead to George. George gets it knocked away but picks it up. Going to take his time. Get it off to Knowles. Knowles with it on the wing right side. Skip it over to the left side wing for Jenkins. Jenkins needs a big game on the Cats side tonight. They get it to Rogers. He's going to put it up. No. Rebound inside. Going to call Langer with the foul. And it's going to go back to Grandview. 6:19 to go first quarter. Cats with an early 2-0 lead. Smith to bring it up for the Bulldogs. Smith has it, went over to Morris, now spins it around the other way for King. King's got it on the wing, back out front, Morris. Morris to Smith, he'll fire, no. Rebound, picked up by Manning. Manning's gonna drop it down low, into the corner they go for a three, thought about it, no, back up front. 5:55 to go first quarter. Cats still lead 2-0, spin it over on the wing, Smith with it. Now he gets it tipped away, picked up by Morris, then off for McGee. Now a three ball on the way, good by Manning. And the Cats trail 3-2. Full court pressure being applied by Grandview. The Cats gonna break the press, get it ahead. Tipped out of bounds by Morris with 5:29 to go here in the first quarter.
Before that three-point shot, they were 0 for 5 from the field, Grandview was.
So the Cats trail by 1 here. They get it in Knowles. He hands off for Jenkins. Backdoor lob, Klassen good for 3. Backdoor cut by Colby Knowles, and the Cats regain the lead here in the early going. Spinning around the other way, Morris with it on the wing. He's going to dribble back in the circles. Did not get the double dribble call. Smith, they go to Manning. Elbow jumper, Manning good. 5-4, back it goes the other way. Manning with all 5 for the Bulldogs. Langer going to push it up, get it to Jenkins on the wing. Jenkins back to Langer. Langer's got it, now Jenkins. Jenkins with it on the wing, right side, goes back between the circles, try to set up his offense, guarded by McGee. Has it out front, going to dribble over, now goes between the circles forward, Knowles. Langer, to George. George going to drive. He goes up, he's fouled, he'll go to the line for a pair.
You got to love that, he took it to the hole.
They're not afraid to go inside early, and I like to see this early in the game. 4:42 to go. I have never seen the Harrisonville student section this big in my life, Gary. It's taken up a whole side over here.
The guy sitting next to me showed me that this is going to be a game because of the student section over in Harrisonville.
George rattles it home, ties us up.
You got to love the way they're playing, the intensity they've got, and they've got the crowd behind them right now. We need to keep that.
So 4:42 to go, opening quarter, 5-5 our score. George at the line for his second. Puts it up, puts it down, and the Cats regain the lead at 6-5 in this first quarter of play against the Grandview Bulldogs. They go over to Manning. He's got it on the wing. He's going to go to Morris. Morris going to fire a 3. Caught the backside, no good. Rebound by Rogers. Rogers gets it to Jenkins. They're going to kick it in the corner. 3 ball. Thought about now. Step up jumper. No. Misses. Rebound by Grandview. They're going to push it the other way. McGee going to bring it across the timeline. Going to hand off for Smith. Smith goes the other way to Morris. Morris has got it way outside. Top of the key, they go McGee. Back door, they go for Manning. Cats going to get called for the foul as they try to get it inside to Manning. It'll be on the floor. It'll be Grandview ball. Poisel and Norris check in for the Cats. Cats up 1, 4:07 to go, first quarter. Going to get it in for Manning. Manning spins it around. They're going to go inside King, inside to McGee, for 2. And it's 7-6 Grandview now, up by 1. Fourth lead change in the early going of this one. They get it ahead to Norris. Norris has got it in the backcourt. He's going to have to hurry. Gets it across. They get it over to Norris into the corner. 3 ball, Knowles. Good! Colby Knowles! 9-7. Another lead change. It goes back to the Bulldogs. Go backdoor. Good ball by the Cats. Picked up by Filer, scrambling for it. Kicks it back to Norris. Cats ball, 3:21 to go here in the first quarter of play. Across the timeline they go. Kick it into the corner, picked up by Knowles. Step back, thought about a 3. Poisel fire. Connects! Jacob Poisel, 12-7, Cat lead. I said it in the pregame. I said it earlier. They want to win tonight. Offensive foul, no. That'll be 2 on Knowles. 3:04 to go, first quarter. 5-point Cat lead Manning going to go to the line.
It's on the floor.
Oh, they're going to say on the floor. Atkinson checks in for Knowles. 12-7, 3:04 to go, first quarter. Cats up by 5 early, knocking down their open shots. You're going to have to do that all night long against the Grandview Bulldogs if you want a chance to win the ball game. McGee set to pass it in for the Bulldogs as we're going to have a conference at mid-floor. And I think they're wanting to say somebody wasn't in the scorebook maybe, I'm not sure. We will see here. They're going. Not real sure what they're talking about here. Maybe Gary can keep an eye on that. 3:04 to go here, first quarter. Cats with an early 5-point lead. Couple of threes got them out in front. Knowles and Poisel. And now they're going to come and chat about this. I'm not sure what they're trying to figure out here. If somebody was or wasn't in the game or what they're doing here. And it might just be Grandview trying to stall a little bit because they are behind early and they're not used to being behind in ball games.
It's a T for something. I don't know what it is.
So somebody did not have a name in the scorebook, and that means the Cats are going to shoot a couple of free throws here. Bryce Jenkins at the line. First one good, one more to go here. So a technical foul. I think somebody not in the book, but Grandview self-reported it because they're the ones that were at the table. Second one good as well. And the Cats lead 14-7, 3:04 to go here in the first quarter, and the Cats are going to have the ball as well. Michael Culpepper was sitting right in front of us. He's going to run down and see what the actual call was there for us.
The beauty of it is we also get the ball, get 2 shots and the ball when it was their possession. So
Atkinson set to pass it in. He's going to get it into the backcourt for Norris. Norris going to be guarded. And crossover dribble by Norris. Top of the key, Atkinson over to Poisel. Poisel's got it on the wing. Cats look back door. Lead by 7 early. Back to Filer. Filer over to Jenkins. Jenkins has it out front. Loses the handle, gets it back. Crossover dribble goes inside. Kick it out to Norris. Norris has got it way outside. Going to dribble between the circles. 2:35 to go here, first quarter. Cats with a 7-point lead. And a travel going to be called on Norris. Goes back the other way as Hayes is in the ball game for Grandview. And Stevens as well. Bring it up will be Morris. Morris across the timeline. It'll be McGee with it. McGee's going to go off on the wing. Back up front, that was Hayes with it. Little jumper by Morris is good. And it's a 14-9 score. Cats up by 5. Ahead they go to Filer. Filer's guarded. He's trapped and loses the handle on that one. It's picked up by Grandview.
oh, he's got to call him.
And a double dribble call. Good defense by the Cats. You know what I like about that series right there? They lost the ball. They didn't panic and freak out. They came back and stole the ball right back and forced a turnover. 2:05 to go, first quarter, 14-9. Cats with a lead here over Grandview. They get it into Norris. He's got it in the backcourt, going to push it up for the Cats as we go under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. They get it to Atkinson. Atkinson going to start his dribble. Handoff for Jenkins. Skip it over to Langer. Langer's got it on the outside wing. Left side goes back outside volleyball line. Left side for Norris. I remember another 5'6" guard that used to light it up from that volleyball line back in the day for the Wildcats. Langer step back jumper. A little bit long. Offensive rebound. Kick it to Jenkins. Jenkins going to go baseline. Goes underneath for Langer. Langer gets tied up. He's going to go up strong, and he's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. No intimidation factor right now at all for the Wildcats. And that's the difference in this ball game.
Absolutely not.
Brooks Langer at the line. That foul was on McGee, his first. Langer's free throw good. 15-9 early on for the Cats. 1:27 to go here, first quarter. Langer at the line for his second. Rebound a little bit long. Rebound goes to McGee. Cats up 6 with 1:23 to go in the first quarter. Get it off on the wing. Morris with it way outside on the wing. Free throw line they go. Inside they go to Manning. He's going to put it up and in for 2. 15-11. Back the other way. The Cats go with it. Norris with it in the backcourt. Stolen away by McGee. Put it up and in for 2. So it's 15-13. Grandview right back in it, down by 2. Not to say they were ever out of it, but right back they go with a 2-point deficit. Ball trickled out of bounds by Grandview. 2-point game here. Smith going to check back into the ball game along with King. 15-13 our score. 50 seconds to go first quarter. Also checking into the game there, Jennings, Maurice Jennings. Kennedy Atkinson set to pass it in for the Cats. He gets it into Landon George. George has got it back for Jenkins. Jenkins between the circles, 45 seconds to go. Knocked out of bounds by Smith. Stays over on the Cat side, far side. 15-13 here in the first quarter. Backcourt they go for Jenkins. He's going to let a little clock run and bring it across the timeline, guarded by Smith. Has it way outside volleyball line. Gonna have to get rid of it. Gets it to Rogers. Rogers with it way outside with 30 seconds to go first quarter. Over to Atkinson. Atkinson looking back door. Now gets it popped away from him. Picked back up. Between the circles he goes with it. And now Atkinson looking for help. Gets it over to George with 15. Cats playing good good offense here, running some clock. And now a hand check foul called on
Ran
King.
clock and got a foul to boot.
So brings up 10 seconds to go here. King gets the foul call. Checking in for him is Stevens. 9.3 seconds to go first quarter. Cats lead by 2 with the basketball. Get it into Atkinson, back to Jenkins with 7. Into the corner, 3 ball on the way. George, no. Long rebound goes to Grandview. Half court, no. Into the quarter, Cats lead 15-13 after 1. We'll be right back.
The Trade Fair Mall isn't just an antique mall. It's several businesses in one. Need t-shirts for your team? A custom t-shirt shop on site has you covered. Speaking of covered, Harrisonville Trade Fair is Missouri's #1 seller of premier portable buildings to store all your outside equipment. Design your own or buy one in stock for as little as $100 down and no credit check. While you are custom designing your premier portable building, snack on some delightful cinnamon glazed pecans, cashews, and almonds from the Nutty Bavarian. You need it, they probably got it. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall across from Sutherland's.
All right, welcome back. 8 minutes on the clock. We go to the second quarter. 15-13 Wildcats with the lead after 1, Gary. That's how you're going to have to play and win basketball. They weren't intimidated in that first quarter, and they're up by 2 after 1.
Yeah, I mean, just exactly what we wanted to see happen for them. They just got to continue the pressure.
Well, and we also talked about, what did we say? The longer they can hang around, the more Grandview may press. But you don't want Grandview to do what they can do and go on a 10-2 run or something and take a 6-point lead real quick. Smith with it out front, skips it over, almost thrown away. Morris picks it up, back to Smith. Smith going to dribble over to the left side, skips it over to the right side, goes to Morris. Morris on the wing right side. Back between the circles, he goes with it for Hayes. Hayes gives it over to Smith. Rebound over the top goes Manning and gets another chance. Back to Smith. Smith over to Hayes. Into the corner, Morris. He'll fire a 3. No. Rebound by Rogers. He gets it to Langer. Cats got numbers. They're going to push. Langer goes up strong. He's fouled on his way to the rim. And it'll be Cats ball underneath their own bucket. 7:21 to go first half. Get it into Rogers. He's going to try to back his way down on Manning. Goes up, over Manning, no, rattles out. Back the other way it goes. Out front, Smith with it, over to Manning. Manning to Hayes. Hayes has got it wing left side between the circles, gets it over the other way for Morris. Morris goes to Smith on the wing right side. Smith with it, looking to do something with it, going to back it out. And the ball tipped away by Jenkins. Jenkins going to go up strong. He gets it blocked away, picked up by Knowles. Knowles drops it to Langer. Langer goes up strong. No. Rebound by Rogers. Rogers going to spin, shoot, can't deliver. Back the other way. Cats having opportunities, just not capitalizing. Finger roll is good, and we're tied at 15 by Smith. Jenkins has it out front. Double team, gets it knocked away, picked up by Langer. Langer caught one in the face, nothing called. Back inside goes Langer, loses the handle. Smith goes the other way. He's going to go up strong, got cute with it, and a putback is good by Hayes. Timeout. So Hayes knocks it down, and Grandview takes the lead at 17-15. Well, the first part of that is they're going to push it back the other way. Langer to Rogers. Rogers knocked off of his balance. Now throws it away, picked up by Morris. Morris drops it to Hayes. Hayes in the paint. Put it up. No. Rebound inside, picked up by Rogers. And a technical foul called on Coach Langer. I have no idea what that was about. And Morris going to go to the line for two. You're in a danger zone right now if you're the Wildcats. Coach Langer is not going to be intimidated either. Morris at the line, rattles the first one home, one more to go, 18-15. But if you're the Cats, you've got to play defense here because you don't want this to turn into a 10-2 run or a 12-0 run.
I think it all started over there on the foul, which appeared to be a foul on the side.
So he misses the second. It'll be Grandview ball, 6:01 to go here in the first half. Cats trail by 3. So Filer going to check in here for Langer. Well, there's been a couple of non-calls, but I think Coach Langer was mad at the guy that went behind on the layup and was pulling on the net before he shot it. 18-15 the score, 5:50 to go here in the first half. Cats trail by 3, have led by as many as 7 in this one. Evan Filer with the steal, ahead to Jenkins. Jenkins gets it knocked away.
He's out of bounds.
And out of bounds. Back to the Cats. So 18-15 the score. Cats down 3 and the basketball, 5:36 to go here in the first half. Jenkins set to pass it in. They get it into Knowles. He's got it on the wing, left side. Dribbles between the circles, setting up his offense here. Going to look over for George, hands off to George. Tries to give a pick to George. Now George going to drive in, kick to Filer. Filer's got it outside, over for George. George with it on the wing right side. He's going to drive, hand check foul on Hayes. Bucket no good as they're going to call that on Hayes, his second. And it'll stay with the Cats, 18-15 the score. Jenkins checks out. No, Jenkins stays in. George checks out. Jenkins set to pass it in for the Cats. Still looking to get it in, gets it in for Poisel. Poisel knocked off his pivot foot, but able to maintain possession. Handoff for Knowles. Knowles with it right side, volleyball line goes between the circles for Norris. 5:05 to go first half, 18-15. Cats are down by 3. Norris to Filer. Filer thought about the step back jumper. Now they get it over for Filer. Knocked away. And a foul going to be called.
That should be a shooting foul. That's King's second.
So King and Hayes both with 2 in the first half. That's the 16th foul on Grandview. Cats trail 3. They're going to have to pass it in here. They get it into Jenkins. 4:50 to go, first half. Cats trail 18-15. Knowles with it on the wing. Backs it back up to set up his offense here. Loses the handle, gets it back for Jenkins. Jenkins has it outside between the circles with his dribble. Setting up the Cat offense with 5:35 to go in the half to Knowles. He'll fire. Connect, no, rattles out. Back the other way. Smith gonna go to the bucket. Put it up, no. Manning with the offensive board. He puts it back up and in. 20-15. Cats are down 5. And a timeout called by the Cats, down 5. The Cats have been outscored 11-0 and now trail by 5. They were up by 7 early. So it's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here with you. This is what I was talking about, Gary. You're getting in that danger zone. You need to get a bucket here, whether it's 2 or 3. You don't want this to go to 7, to 11, to 14. They're on an 11-0 run. You got to be able to stop it right here.
Yeah, you got to put the brakes on it and quick, because if you allow them to get some more points here without us getting any, it's going to be more difficult to come back.
So 4:17 to go here in the half. Cats trail 20-15. Led at one point 14-7 in the first quarter. They need to find some of that momentum back. They had all the momentum in the first half. They would love to get a 2 or a 3 here and get a little bit of momentum back, get the crowd back into this ball game. 4:15 to go here, first half. Cats trail by 5. Norris almost walked with it, gets it over for Poisel. Poisel throws it up and stolen away by Morris. Morris going to go in, and no, they're going to call a foul. That's 3 on Colby Knowles. Morris means going to the line. Atkinson going to go to the floor. 2-shot foul for Morris. He's 1 for 2 from the line. 20-15 the score. First free throw is good by Morris. 21-15. So a 12-0 run now by the Grandview Bulldogs way back to the first quarter of play. Cats yet to score in quarter number 2 so far. And we're halfway through.
Came across the line.
Sorry, I was just in la-la land right there. Now the Cats throw it away. You got to be careful with the ball. We talked about that protection in the pregame show. Jumper by Manning, good. And it's 23-15, an 8-point Grandview lead. They've spun it around after trailing by 7. They lead by 8 with 3:40 to go here in the first half. Ahead to Poisel, back to Norris. They got to get back to fundamental basketball and take care of the basketball. Norris off for Poisel. Poisel falls, gets it back to Atkinson. Kick it in the corner, 3 ball, no. Rebound backside, no. Blocked away by Poisel, by Manning, and it goes back the other way. Free throw line jumper, good. And that makes it a 10-point game, 25-15. Cats down in this one as Morris hits it from the free throw line. Timeout call, we'll take a timeout as well. Cats trying to regroup.
The Trade Fair Mall isn't just an antique mall. It's several businesses in one. Need t-shirts for your team? A custom t-shirt shop on site has you covered. Speaking of covered, Harrisonville Trade Fair is Missouri's #1 seller of premier portable buildings to store all your outside equipment. Design your own or buy one in stock for as little as $100 down and no credit check. While you are custom designing your premier portable building, snack on some delightful cinnamon glazed pecans, cashews, and almonds from the Nutty Bavarian. You need it, they probably got it. Harrisonville's Trade Fair Mall across from Sutherland's.
All right, welcome back. 3:11 to go first half. Cats in a drought. They led 15-9, and since that point, Grandview is on a 16-0 run, Gary.
Got to stop the bleeding sometime, and it's got to be soon.
We talk about it, you got to take care of the basketball, and they have not been doing it here in the second quarter, and Grandview's amped up its defensive pressure. Jenkins with it out front. Going to go to Poisel. Poisel has it on the wing, back out to Atkinson, now to Jenkins. 2:53 to go here in the half. They get it to Atkinson. He's got it out front. Skip it over to Jenkins on the wing. Back up front for George. He'll fire. Can't connect. Short. Rebound back the other way. Those are the baskets you got to have if you're the Cats. Morris going to bring it across the timeline. Gets it off to now McGee from Smith. Top of the key they go. Hayes get it off on the wing. Morris, jumper elbow good. And Morris is heating up. The D1 basketball player. He was committed to Air Force. He decommitted from them. 3-4 student is Morris. Very smart student. Ball stripped away. Picked back up by George. George has it out front. Spinning around for Poisel. Into the corner, Langer. Langer has it in the corner. He'll fire, overshoots that one. Rebound, Grandview. Cats have gone cold. They have not scored since the first quarter. They have not scored in the second quarter. Find themselves down by 12. McGee with it way outside, guarded by Jenkins. Out front they go for Smith. Over to Manning. Manning has it, looking back door. Knocked away by Jenkins, picked up by the Cats. Jenkins steps into a double team, but it gets it ahead to George, off to Atkinson. Atkinson looks back door, now goes to George. George with it on the wing, baseline jumper, and he is fouled by Smith. He'll go to the free throw line for a pair. So 1:25 to go in the half. Cats looking for their first points of the second quarter. First free throw by George is good. Knocks it down. One more to go. 27-16 the score.
For Harrisonville, number 24, Brody Rogers.
1:25 to go in the half. 27-16 the score. George's second free throw coming up. It is good. And it's 27-17. Cats back to within 10. Need a stop here and a basket. You'd like to win this last 2 minutes of the half and go into the locker room down single digits. Get it over on the wing. They go inside out. Three ball by Morris. No. Long rebound to Grandview, though. Can't get in the second opportunities. Kick it back out as Jennings got the rebound. Gets it to McGee. Goes over on the wing now for King. King gets it knocked away, out of bounds, back to the Cats with 57.8. Here we go, back the other way, down by 10. Langer with it on the wing right side. He's going to drive in, kick. Three ball on the way, George. Good! Landon George, 27-20. Back the other way. 40 seconds to go in the half. Grandview looking for one last shot. Cats looking to make this a 7-point deficit into the half. Trying to play keep away is Morris and Jennings out front. 27 seconds to go here in the half, and the Cats trail by 7. Grandview just going to sit on it here. It's reminiscent of a sectional basketball game I saw in 2000. Holding the ball out by the timeline for an extended period of time. Get it off on the wing. Jennings again to Morris. Morris is going to have to go, and he goes with it. Step back jumper, good. He is on fire. And the Cats go to the locker room down by 9. It could be much worse. We'll be back after this.
What is one of your most precious commodities these days? Time. With kids' events, family events, and everything in between, time is precious. So why drive hours and spend an entire day to save $20? Shop local and find your home appliances right in Harrisonville at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. They deliver and can service any issues that can arise. By doing that, you're putting money right back into the community. So stop wasting family time and go see the staff that treats you like their family at Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center on Plaza Drive, right behind Hawthorne Bank.
Well, it's football season, so that means cold weather is not far behind. It's time to drive on over to Young's Auto Repair to get your car ready for the winter. Flush the radiator, get an oil change, and make sure the heater is ready to keep your family comfortable all winter long. If something else may ail your car, bring it in. Let Young's diagnose the problem, get you back on the road. Young's Auto, across the road from Young's Tire on South Commercial Street.
No matter the time of year, Sonic of Harrisonville is the place to go for good food quick. Not to mention you can have all-day happy hour if you order a drink on the app. If it's a corn dog you're after or maybe onion rings, they have that too. The best part of the app is you order, pay online, drive in, pull up, they bring it out to you and you're on your way. Sonic is also one of the best ways to raise money for your organization. Call Ed for details today. Sonic of Harrisonville, not just another fast food restaurant.
What do you look for when you're buying a used vehicle? How about honesty and integrity, along with a reliable vehicle? That's why you should turn to Steve Holland at Holland Auto Sales. Selling reliable vehicles in Harrisonville for 35 years means Holland's will be around when it's time to buy. At Holland's, you get more than a nice vehicle. You get a friend in the car business.
So where the grammars go, Hans Auto Sales, and ask for Steve.
Everybody loves the old-fashioned drive-in. Well, guess what? Susie Q's has opened up in the Old Peculiar Drive-In location across from the Frog Barn in Peculiar. Go in, get the signature Susie Q, you know, the one that's so big they barely fit in the basket. While you're at it, add the tenderloin. So next time you think, man, I wish I had an old drive-in, remember, there's one 5 minutes up I-49 in Peculiar at Susie Q's.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything. Even a swing set standoff. And we covered it. July 1st, 2015. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Farmers Insurance, Bradley Sainer, in the A-frame at 1808 North Commercial Street in Harrisonville.
The Cider House at the farm has great events all year long, with songwriter nights, farm-to-table dinners, and even a Valentine dinner coming in February. There is plenty going on at the farm. If you want the perfect venue for a country wedding, they can do that too. So if you want a fun family location to experience fun all year long, go to theciderhouseevents.com and see what they have cooking, or visit them on Facebook at the Cider House, 7 miles south of Harrisonville on 7 Highway. The Cider House at the farm has great events all year long, with songwriter nights, farm-to-table dinners, and even a Valentine dinner coming in February. There is plenty going on at the farm. If you want the perfect venue for a country wedding, they can do that too. So if you want a fun family location to experience fun all year long, go to theciderhouseevents.com and see what they have cooking, or visit them on Facebook at the Cider House, 7 miles south of Harrisonville on 7 Highway.
Does your lawn need some TLC? Owned and operated by 3 generations of Wildcats, Held's Turf Farm is your local stop for sod and topsoil since 1971. Whether you need 1 roll of sod, 1 scoop of dirt, or a whole truckload, we have you covered. A new home in your future? Give us a call at 816-540-2020 and set up a quote for new sod installation. Held's Turf Farm is located between Harrisonville and Pleasant Hill and is open 8 to 5 weekdays and 8 to noon on Saturdays.
We've all been there before. Needed to deposit a check in our account, but nowhere near our bank. That's where Hawthorne's Bank's mobile banking comes in. Simply open your mobile banking app, take a picture of the check, and presto, the check's been deposited. Hawthorne Bank has the big bank convenience with small town roots. So if you want a friendly, quick, and convenient service in a hometown bank, go see our friends at Hawthorne Bank next to Troby's on Plaza Drive.
Welcome back to halftime. Cats trail by 9. A rough second half for the Cats. They were outscored 16-5, but a couple of buckets late allowed the Cats to get back in this ball game, and they're down by 9. A jumper at the half by Morris made it a 9-point Grandview lead, and he heated up in that second quarter. I'll get to Gary Davidson here in just a moment. I want to thank one of our great new sponsors coming on board with us tonight, GLS Lawn and Tree. The temperature is climbing, so it is time to start thinking about getting your trees and landscaping in order. So that so that when the leaves start to bud and the flowers bloom, your house is the best on the block. The only way to make that happen is call your experts at GLS Lawn and Tree. Jeremy Howard has over 20 years in the industry and will give you the best service to have your home the talk of the block. So if you're ready to have the best looking trees, landscaping, and even yard, call Jeremy with GLS Lawn and Tree today at 816-922-9090 or visit the website at treetrimkc.com. That is GLS Lawn and Tree based out of Raymore, Missouri. I'm going to bring in Gary Davidson now. Gary, I know you got some stats for us, and I just mentioned Morris heated up in the second quarter there.
Yeah, he only had 2 in the first and 8 in the second, which gave him 10 for the game. And Manning, I mean, we knew that Manning and Morris, the M&Ms, were going to light up the scoreboard tonight and be their players. Sure enough, Manning had 11, 7 in the first, 4 in the second, and Morris, vice versa, had 2 in the first, 8 in the second. So they led the scoring for Grandview. Grandview had 16-5 for the second quarter. They scored 16 to our 5, where we had 15-13. We won the first. They really obliterated on the second. Leading scoring, or the scoring go down for the Cats. Leading scoring was Landon George. He had 9. Second quarter, he had a 3 and 2 free throws. He's got, actually, he's 4 for 4 from the line, giving him 9 points. Then Colby Knowles has 5. Jacob Poisel has that 3 in the first, and Jenkins has 2. Langer has 1. And so really what we need to do is we need to come out. We get the ball in the second half. We're down by 9. We need to come out, hopefully cut it to 7 or 6, and then just work from there. Slowly but surely. We've got to compose ourselves, though. We're back out on the court. They never like to go into the locker room anyway and spend very much time. So hopefully that's what we're going to see. They're going to come out, and they're going to hopefully bring the first quarter back in the third quarter.
Absolutely. You know, that could have been a lot worse. A Grandview team that 2-time defending state champions, a lot of time they can run away from, hide from you. Cats were able to keep it to single digits at the half. It's our halftime show brought to you by Suzy Q. I got Coach Jackson here on the other side. And Coach, you know, watching that first half, let's say as a scout coaching perspective, what do you see the Cats need to do a little bit in the second half to get back in this ball game?
I like how the Cats are switching up their defenses. I got an echo that kind of messed me up. I'm sorry. But anyways, when the ball gets into George, he's been able to get himself fouled every single time. I would like to be able to get him more touches so he's going to be able to create. He's got the mismatch or the matchup that I would like to see in that scenario. They're definitely going to have to make this a free throw game. So get the officials involved, initiate a lot of the contact, continue to try to get a little more paint touches, and stretch this game out for as long as they can.
Yeah, you know, we talked about it. I talked about it at the pregame show. A longer an underdog hangs around, the tighter the favorite gets in a game, and that's what they need. That's what they had in the first quarter. They lost a little bit in that second quarter. They can come out with a 6-0 run, I think, to start the second half. They got a good shot going deeper into the ball game.
Exactly, and the style of play has taken the rhythm out of a lot of our shooters right now. So remain to be patient in the half-court set, but the Cats should probably try to go downhill a little bit more so they can be able to kick out to their shooters.
Well, we'll see what happens to go to the second half. Again, that was our halftime show brought to you by Suzy Q. Throw out that New Year's resolution. Get a Suzy Q Kinder loan today. And why pay a fortune for a venue for a wedding? Get maximum space in a minute is half the cost. Uptown Event Space brought to you our halftime stats there. So
we're just to let one other thing, and I think I heard him say I couldn't hear all of his, but we're 7 from 8 for the line. So we need to continue to hit our free throws like we have in the last several games that we've played, in the fourth quarter especially.
And they got, like, I think Coach Jackson made a good point too. You got to slow them down. You got to slow it down a little bit. They got sped up in that second quarter because of the way Grandview got up and defended on the ball. Get it in the backcourt. It'll be Jenkins to bring it up for the Cats. We start second half action. Cats down 29-20 as we go to the third quarter here. They're going to get it off for Jenkins. Jenkins has it on the wing, guarded by Smith. They're going to get it off for Rogers. Rogers on Manning out front. They're going to hand off for Knowles. Knowles into the corner now for George. George looking to get it into Rogers and now backs it up, gets it to Knowles. He'll fire a three. No. Rogers rebounds, though. He goes up strong, blocked away by Manning. He's been a force. He's got 4 blocks in the ball game now, and he is slowed down the Cat attack inside. Brody's going to have to go with an up and under move to get him off his feet. He's played very disciplined defense inside. Hayes jumper, good. Sorry, that was King. Makes it a 31-20 game. Back the other way come the Cats, down by 11. Step back three, no by George. Rebound by Manning. Manning ahead to McGee. McGee's got it. He goes up and glass, no good. Rebound Cats. And now taken away by Manning. Manning up, glass and good, and it's 33-20.
And that's what happens when you got 3 fouls. You got to back off. You can't play that like you normally would.
Jenkins goes all the way to the hole, blocked by Manning, back the other way it goes. Grandview starting out hotter than a firecracker in the second half. Up and blocked away by the Cats, picked up by Smith and put in for 2, and it's 35-20. Cats gonna have to call a timeout after the Smith bucket. We'll be right back with a 30 ourselves.
There's always something going on with the Chamber. Monthly First Friday coffees, monthly luncheons, festivals, and events all over town. Harrisonville Area Chamber of Commerce is there for the community and your business. So don't miss out. Head over to the Chamber's Facebook page and see what's happening, or visit their website, harrisonvillechamber.com.
All right, 6.5 to go here in the third quarter. Cats down 15. This is what I call the danger zone here, Gary. You led early, you let them get up in the second half, and now, or second quarter, and now here to start the third quarter, they're on a 6-0 run, and they push it out to 15.
And you can't let it get much farther than this because it's going to be next to impossible to come back because you don't have really much a whole lot of the inside game here.
Well, we will see what happens here. Cats get the ball, down 15. Rogers brings it across the timeline to Jenkins. I'd like to see Jenkins get involved offensively here and try to get some points on the board as well. They get it off for Langer. Langer goes baseline, skip it over to Knowles. Into the corner, Jenkins 3, right on cue, but he misses, and it goes back to Grandview. Morris going to push it across the timeline. Into the corner, McGee 3, no. Rebound inside Manning, yes. And it's 37-20. The second chance points are killing the Cats here in this one. Rogers kicks it in the corner for George. George has got it in the corner, backs it out of the corner, back up front they go. Langer with it on the wing. He's going to drive. He goes up strong, but short arms it. Scrum for it, picked up by Morris. Morris behind the back elbow, step back, thought about it, goes inside Manning, glass and good. And it's 39-20. So Grandview now pouring it on, up by 19 with 5:20 to go here in quarter number 3. Jenkins with the ball, guarded by Smith, gets it off for Knowles. Knowles goes inside to Rogers. Rogers going to go up strong, glass in, good. Good move by Brody to go right at Manning. And he gets 2, and it goes back to a 17-point game. Rogers' first bucket of the ball game. 5 minutes to go here in the third. Cats down by 17. Need a couple of buckets and stops here. Back up front, McGee, elbow, kick it in the corner to Morris. Now off to Smith. Smith going to drive in and under, drop it off, throw down, no. The Cats with the rebound. Ahead they go. Manning picks it off, and it goes back the other way. Smith goes inside, kicks in the corner. McGee 3, good. It's a 20-point Grandview lead after McGee knocks that one down. Jenkins with it in the backcourt, and a foul going to be called. No, they're going to call a bench warning, I believe, on Grandview. With 4:25 to go here in the third, and the Cats down by 20. So 4:25 to go here in the third. Cats down 20. Need a run here. You need to win two-minute segment, and then you need to win the last 2-minute segment. Try to get this manageable going to the fourth. 42-22 the score. George with the ball out front. Bounces it around, goes inside to Poisel. Poisel looking inside, going to back it up now, get it to George. George going to drive, go up, can't get it to go, but he'll go to the free throw line. I like the aggressiveness of George. I would like to see a couple other guys harness his aggressiveness to the rim. George goes to the line. He's at the line for his 5th and 6th free throws. That tells you he's being aggressive to the rim. Drops the first one home. One more to go here. It's 42-23 the score. One more to go for George. 4:03 to go here in quarter number 3. And he drops them both. It's 42-24. Back the other way we go. Into the corner they go with Morris. Morris is going to cross over dribble, goes to the elbow. Jumper, no. Manning, no. Rebound out of bounds. Should go back to the Cats, but they're going to call this Grandview ball. And they do. Guess that was off of the Cats. And Smith set to pass it in. Manning's got it, hands off for Smith, who puts up a finger roll, no. Got lazy with that one, Cats down 18. Need to get a bucket here, under 4 to go in the third. Georgia's got it out front. Gonna hand off for Jenkins. Jenkins way outside by the volleyball line, goes between the circles, kicks it over to Filer. Filer's got it now, gets the ball stripped away, picked up by Morris. Morris loses the handle, that's a double dribble. And it goes back to the Cats. You know, Evan had the turnover there, but I like that Evan didn't go away from the ball and get frustrated. He just kept on battling and was able to force the turnover right back. 42-24. 3:20 to go here in the third. Cats need a bucket. Kick it in the corner. Filer, no. Rebound goes to Smith of Grandview. They bring it back the other way. Cross the timeline, get it off on the wing. Have it on the wing. Dribbling around on the wing, back between the circles for Smith. Smith guarded by Norris. Gets it off for Manning. Manning way outside, guarded by Poisel. And Poisel forces the turnover. And the Cats come back the other way. Filer back to Norris. He'll fire, can't connect. And the Cats trying to chase down the rebound. Morris comes up with it. Ahead, Glasson, good for Hayes. And it's 44-24. Cats again down by 20. They've had a couple opportunities in this quarter late to get a couple of buckets, get it to a 16 or 15-point game, and haven't been able to capitalize. Get it off for Poisel. He'll fire. Connect! Jacob Poisel, 44-27.
And that's his second of the game.
Second three of the game, looking like Sam Perkins out there. No jump shot three. Jumper no good by the Bulldogs. Picked up by the Cats, down 17, 2:06 to go. Norris going to push it up. He's going to step back. He drops it up, no good. Rebounded by Manning. Could have got a push off there, didn't call it. And now Coach Morris tells his son Morris to slow things down with 1:50 to go in the third. 17-point Grandview Bulldog lead. And they go underneath for Hayes. Hayes out of the corner now, back out front for Morris. Morris has a volleyball line left side. Skips it over to the right side for Smith. Back up top they go. Timeout called by Grandview with 1:36 to go here in the quarter. We'll take a timeout as well. Cats down 17. Late.
There's always something going on with the Chamber. Monthly First Friday coffees, monthly luncheons, festivals, and events all over town. Harrisonville Area Chamber of Commerce is there for the community and your business. So don't miss out. Head over to the Chamber's Facebook page and see what's happening, or visit their website, harrisonvillechamber.com.
All right, 1:36 to go, third quarter of this one. The Wildcats are down by 17. And we'll turn Gary up. I think Gary wanted to say something.
It's a 15-7 quarter already, so for Grandview.
So here they go off, and Morris, three ball, no, misses, and out of bounds, back to the Cats. This is where you got to get a bucket. With 1:28 to go here in this third quarter. He stripped away, ball is kicked and it'll stay with the Cats. So Cats get away with one there. Colby Knowles checks in along with Brooks Langer. Get the ball in here will be Knowles. He gets it to Norris. And Norris going to bring it up with 1:20 to go here in the third. Top of the key, Knowles with it over to Langer. Langer way outside on the wing. He's going to drive. He puts it up, blocked away by Grandview. And they're going to go the other way. Hayes with it. Glasson, no good. Rebound by Grandview and King. He can't get it to fall. He'll go to the free throw line. It's just been those type of baskets the Cats haven't been able to knock down, and they come up empty. You can't come up empty against Grandview to win a basketball game, and they're coming up empty quite a bit in the second and third quarter. A lot of that credit goes to the defense that Grandview is playing as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Free throw is good. One more to go here. 45-27 our score. And King goes back for his second. No good. Rebound is chased down, picked up. Scrum forward on the floor. And it'll be a jump ball to Grandview, I believe. So Grandview going to maintain possession, up by 18 already after the missed free throw. So they get it off on the wing. Back up front, McGee with it. McGee gets it off on the wing for Jennings. Up front, and a travel called on Grandview. Back to the Cats. Again, the Cats need buckets and stops. They got to get points here. They almost throw that. They throw that right into a double team. Thankfully, it was picked up by the Cats, and it goes across the timeline. Norris with it out front, goes top of the key with it. Now backs it up, gets it over George. George thought about a three, now has it on the wing. Hand off to Knowles. Knowles back up top of the key, tries to step back, now goes over on the wing. Gonna step back three at this time. Good, Colby Knowles. 45-30, Cats back to within 15. Still got some work to do here. Grandview gonna go for one last shot. Cats down 15 with 20 seconds to go here in the quarter. Here we go on the wing, top of the key with it. Try to dribble in King, now backs it back out for Jennings. Jennings goes free throw line, jumper, glass no good. Rebound by Grandview though, and right to Grandview. Third try, no. And the Cats go to the fourth. They'll get the ball down 15. We'll be right back.
When you plan a party, the last thing you want to worry about is cooking. So call the experts at Time for Seasoning Caterings. Stephanie will help you plan and execute a brilliant event for you. So take the worry out of your event and let Stephanie wow your guests with a great menu. Whether a small get-together of friends or a big wedding, Stephanie will take care of you. Visit them online at timeforseasoning.com. That's THYME forseasoning.com.
.45-30 our score. We go to quarter number 4. The Wildcats down to the one-seeded Grandview Bulldogs, also ranked 5th in the state and the two-time defending state champions. They fought early, now trying to claw back in it as we go to the fourth quarter. Jenkins has it for the Cats as we start quarter number 4. And Jenkins gets the ball knocked away by Smith, but picks it back up, has it on the wing, get it over for Langer. Langer way outside, left side wing, throws that one away in the backcourt. Something you cannot do against Grandview is turn the ball over. And when Grandview notched up its defensive intensity about halfway through that first quarter, it's been all Grandview. Harrisonville led 15-9 at one point in this game. They've been outscored 35-15 since then. Get the ball on the wing. Here's Grandview. Get it off up front, back it back up, try to set up the offense here. Morris with it, gets it over to Smith. Smith and the Cats trying a little half-court press there, and now they drop it in for an easy bucket to King, and it's 47-30. They get it off, ahead they go to George, and George has been the one aggressor for the Cats in this ball game. They need somebody else to start being an aggressor as well. George goes up strong, hits the turf hard, and he's going to go to the free throw line. 47-30. He's going to feel some of those bumps and bruises tomorrow, but by God, I'm happy and proud of the way he's played tonight for the Wildcats. You know, something, and I don't know, foul-wise, I'll ask Gary here as we got 2 free throws. Is Brody Rogers in foul trouble?
No.
I have not seen much of Brody Rogers in this ball game, let alone the second half. Free throw was good by George, 47-31. One more to go here for Landon. Knocks it down. And by my count, I got him 7 out of 8 from the line tonight.
He's 8 for 8.
8 for 8, so I missed that one too. So 47-32.
That's 4 on Knowles.
Cats trying to play better defense here in this quarter. Starting to step up on ball defense here. As my father-in-law taught me the other night, when they're one pass away, you got to play up the line, down the line, and deny that ball. Free throw, or the jumper is good, and it's 49-32. Cats just hanging around that 17-point deficit. Need to start getting some stops and buckets here. 6:30 to go here in the ball game. Ball stripped away by Morris. Morris going to go coast to coast and lay it in for 2. And it's 51-32, back to a 19-point deficit for the Cats. And now George going to drive his way in. Got it to go, Landon George. 51-34, again, Landon on the attack. Now the ball pops out of there, Cats with it, down 17 in the ball. Jenkins to Knowles, back to Jenkins, he fires. Can't connect. Rebound back the other way. Bryce Jenkins scoreless from the field tonight. Just those 2 free throws. If we could get him hot here in the fourth quarter, Cats could have a shot at making a monumental comeback here. Down 15 right now. Baseline skip pass over to Morris in the corner for 3. No. Knowles with the rebound. He's got numbers. He slows it down. Going to stop, pop. Can't get it to drop. Rebound by Manning, and it goes back to Grandview. We got a whistle and timeout on the floor. And that'll be a full timeout for Grandview. And we will keep it right here with you.
I was going to say, you got to be happy with Landon. I mean, he's got 11. Well, no, he's got 15 points, 8 for 8 from the free throw line. I mean, he's been taking it to the hoop, and every time he takes it to the hoop, he gets fouled, and he's hitting his free throws. So you got to be happy with that part of it. Langer, who's usually one of the leading scorers, he's got 1 point. So you want to try to get him back in the game. And like you said, well, Jenkins is out now, but if you could get Jenkins hot too, it would be a benefit. So you're getting a lot of time to make, or a lot of points to make up in just a 5 minute and 19 seconds.
So you got to start getting up and playing defense. You got to deny the passes. You got to get in the passing lanes. You got to be physical. There's a lot that's going to go into this. You got 5:19 for the rest of your life right here. You got to dig down and find something deep inside. Across the timeline they go. They get it in the corner of Morris. Morris drops it down low. Up and under they go with it. Glass and good. Brody Rogers with the foul. And King knocks it down. Makes it 53-34. So back to a 19-point game. A chance to make this an even 20 here. So one shot to make it a 20-point game. 5:09 left in this one. Free throw is good, and it's a 54-34 contest. They get it in to Filer. Filer to Norris. Norris going to bring it up, handoff for Langer. Langer's got it outside, gets tied up by Morris, able to pull the basketball back in and go in tough. Got it, no, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2. So Langer, the aggressor on that one. We got 2 free throws coming. Free throws mean free quotes. Give Brad Sainer a call today in the A-frame across from Casey's for your free insurance quote. Farmers Insurance. Seen it and covered it. Brad actually working on an insurance quote for me as we speak. So you can get quotes anytime. Second free throw coming up. Free throw was good. 1 more to go for Langer, and he knocks it down. 54-36 the score. Cats down 18, 4:50 to go in this one. Cats need a comeback, and they need to start it right here. Morris with it goes to Manning. Manning going to spin on Rogers. They're going to call him for the reach in, and they're going to let Manning go to the free throw line for a pair. So Manning goes to the line for 2. 54-36 our score, 18-point game. Free throw 1 is good. 55-36. Free throw no good. Rebound by Atkinson of the Cats. A 19-point game to Norris. Norris going to bring it up. Across the timeline he goes. Little crossover dribble. Loses the handle. Goes backdoor. Langer. Floater. Good. Brooks Langer, and it's 55-38. Cats within 17 after the Langer bucket. They go into the corner now here for McGee. McGee back up front for 18 and counting in this ball game. Cats down in this one. Need a stop here and a bucket. They get it off for McGee. To Smith, I should say now. Smith with it. Goes to Morris. Morris skip it over to McGee. McGee's got it on the wing left side. Dribbles in the paint. Kick out to McGee. Kick out to Smith, who thinks about a 3 and backs it back up with his dribble. Cats trying to pick up the defense here. They get it inside out. Spin it around again. Trying to run clock are the Bulldogs. Up by 17. McGee's going to be double teamed. They get it off on the wing. Backdoor they go. Kennedy Atkinson tries to stop him, but nobody else there to help. Into the free throw line goes King for a pair. 55-38 the score. 3:41 to go. Cats trail by 17. King at the line. Free throw is good. 1 more to go here. 56-38. 18-point game. Langer, Atkinson check out. Knowles, George check in. Both free throws are good. 57-38. The Grandview Bulldogs, the 2-time defending state champions, are not just going to give up that crown, and they have fought. They started sluggish, down by 7. Looked like the clock didn't start when they came up the floor here. Skip it over to Rogers. Rogers goes up, no, goes to the free throw line with 3:25 to go. So 3:25 to go. I don't think the clock started, so they're going to have to chat about that one here. Not sure what happened or how long it was, but maybe about 8 or 9 seconds, probably more, should have rolled off. We have a noisemaker in our crowd. 3:20 to go. Rogers at the line, 4-2. 57-38 the score. Rogers took a couple of seconds off the clock. That's what they were waiting on. Free throw is good. One more to go here. 57-39. They put the wrong score up. That one is good. 57-40. Cats down 17. So both free throws good by Brody. Spin it the other way. Back it back out. Grandview going to be content running as much clock as they can here.
Yeah, now who do you foul? Because pretty much all of them have been hitting the free throws. So
they go baseline here. Up and under goes Grandview for two. King with another two, and it's 59-40. Back the other way. George with it. Step back three ball. No. Long rebound chased down by Morris of Grandview, and back the other way. Early on in this game, it was Harrisonville, the aggressor. Manning with the bucket, 61-40. And since that point at 14-7, the Wildcats were no longer the aggressors, and they are down. Three ball no good. They're going to call a foul, I believe, on Colby Knowles. If so, that'll be 5 on Colby. So Colby going to foul out in probably his last basketball game as a Wildcat, as the Cats trail by 21 late in this one. So 2:19 to go here in the ball game. Cats down 21. Morris gets it ahead to Smith. Smith goes across the timeline with it. Drops it off on the wing. Into the corner they go. Grandview looking for a trip to the district championship game for after the bucket there, 63-40. Looking for a trip to face the Ruskin Eagles here. A reach-in foul on Smith with 1:50 to go. So Monty Schroeder going to check in for Landon George. The kid gave it all. He deserves the standing ovation he's getting right now because he left it on the floor tonight. That's what you want to see out of a senior on his last game, Gary.
Oh, absolutely. We talked about it, throughout the game and into the third quarter where he was at. You got to be happy with the play that he had tonight.
So Monty Schroeder gets it in for Poisel. Poisel going to back his way down. Now back it up for Monty. Monty skips it over for Filer. Filer with it on the wing. Into the blocks he goes for Rogers. Rogers still fighting. Can't get it to drop. And it's going to be Manning. Gets the rebound. Popped away from him by Poisel, but picked up by Smith with 1:29 to go here in this quarter. Smith back out to Morris. Going to be measured up by Schroeder here. Backs it back up now, going to try to do something with it. Cut back off, back to Smith. Smith with it out front, guarded by Jenkins. And Jenkins tries to knock it away, picks it back up with 1:05. And now Jenkins fighting, trying to get it in the corner now, back out front. 1 minute to go in this one, 63-40. And Morris goes to the bucket, no. Fouled by Poisel. So as it looks, what it's going to be, it'll be Ruskin and Grandview for a district title on Thursday night. And what is it? Probably going to be a very, very good basketball game Thursday night between two very good basketball teams. Grandview started sluggish, but for 3.5 quarters, they looked like the two-time defending state champions. Brody Rogers.
Bryce Jenkins come out.
Jenkins come out, getting hugs from the guys as they go to the bench. It's been fun calling that kids' games for the last couple of years. Poisel checks out as well. Very possibly could be looking at your starting 5 next year for the Wildcats out there on the floor right now. Free throw was good, 64-40. Cats looked tough early, like we said, and just ran out of gas and ran into the two-time defending state champions for 3.5 quarters. Out front, Langer can't get it to fall. Rebound inside by Grandview. They're going to bring it back the other way with 40 seconds to go in this one. So 33 seconds to go. Baseline jumper, no good. Putback is good. Makes it 66-40. He goes back the other way. Norris with it out front. Crossover dribble goes between the circles. Tries another one, goes back door. Glass and good. Connor Blix makes it 66-42. Coach calling a timeout for subs. Tiemann and Minching going to come into the game for the Cats. Langer and Atkinson going to check out. 11.8 seconds to go in the ball game. Grandview just needs to run out the clock. They're going to bring it up, and that will do it as they roll it down. Cats are going to lose 66-42. Gave it a run in the first half, but Grandview, as advertised, and they pull it out by 24. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with your postgame show after this.
Looking for a new modern style place for your wedding? One that won't break the bank? We've got good news for you. Harrisonville's newest event space, the Uptown Event Space, is now booking for events for the holidays and next year. Located across from the Old Cass Medical Center, there's ample parking and space for your next big party, complete with private rooms for the bride and groom to get ready, a kitchen area, and a full catering available. It's time to go to Uptown and book your next event today.
It's important to have a local bank. Sherwood Community Bank is the area's only locally owned bank. It's nice when your local bank is also up with the times and provides you with internet banking and a mobile banking app. We are all so busy, so sometimes being able to jump online or use an app to transfer funds at the click of a button is the easiest way to bank. So go to one of Sherwood Bank's 4 convenient locations in Urick, Creighton, Garden City, or Harrisonville and set up an account today.
And don't forget to download the Sherwood Bank app.
Want the best deal from the best dealership? Max Motors Ford, right in Harrisonville, Missouri. We make deals the others won't. More for your trade, less for your new one. Worth the drive from anywhere. We will beat any competitor's offer on a new vehicle by $500 or give you $500 and a tank of gas. With a great selection of over 800 vehicles priced at or below dealer cost. Come see why Max Ford in Harrisonville is the easiest place to buy a car. Visit us at the corner of 71 and 291 highways or shop maxford.com. Proud to sponsor our Harrisonville Wildcats.
Atkinson Funeral Home and Cremation Services have been serving families in the area since 1929. The Atkinsons take great pride in being members of the community. They will soon graduate a 4th-generation Wildcat, and with this kind of commitment to Harrisonville, you know Atkinson Funeral Home will be there for you. As always, they are proud supporters of the Harrisonville Wildcats.
Want the best deal from the best dealership? Max Motors Ford, right in Harrisonville, Missouri. We make deals the...
Hi, I'm Lacey Dom.
Hi, I'm Cameron Chenoweth with American Family Insurance.
And as I was saying before I was cut off, I'm Lacey Domnick with Shelter Insurance. As you can see, we're both competitors off the field. However, since we're Harrisonville alums, we both still love the Wildcats and this community.
So if you are looking for hometown insurance from your hometown agent, give me a call, Cameron.
No, give me a call at 816-380-2700 for a shelter insurance quote today.
Or for the best quote, give me a call at 816-380-3996 for an American Family quote. We know you have options, so we want to team up to give you the best options in insurance.
Welcome back. Final score tonight. Cats fall 66-42 in this one. It looked promising early. They were up 14-7, and then Grandview just chipped away at it. Actually, Grandview went on, I got to go back and look here. They went on a 20-1 run to change this ball game around, and after that, the Cats just played catch-up, and there was not a catch-up enough ketchup on the burger, so to speak, for the Wildcats, and they fall to Grandview 66-42. And that's not taking anything away from the Grandview Bulldogs. They're two-time defending state champions, and they played like it for 3.5 quarters. It's our post-game show brought to you by Forged by Fire, your Wildcat headquarters after the game. Go celebrate the Wildcats. And, Gary, just not enough gas in the tank against a high-powered Grandview Bulldog team who, after a slow start, came to play.
Well, I guess if I put my my mic down, you said one of your keys to the game was start fast. We did that, and we won the first quarter 15-13, but that was it. Second quarter lost 16-5. Third quarter lost 16-10, and fourth quarter lost 21-12. I think we got into their game rather than them getting into our game. We started playing a little bit faster, like Grandview likes to play. And when we do that, you play their game, it usually doesn't turn out very well for you. I'm going to run down real quick for the stats for the Harrisonville. We've talked about it all game, and when Landon came out, Landon led all scorers with 15 points. He was 8 for 8 from the line, and the rest of his 7 points came with shots from the field. Also, Knowles had 8 before he fouled out. Poisel had 2 threes, ending the game with 6. And then you had Jenkins with 2, Langer with only 5, and then we had another one too. Oh, it was Connor Blix there at the very end scored 2. We knew that their high-power guys, the double M's, Manning and Morris, were going to score points, and sure enough they did. Manning had 22, Morris had 13, King also had 13, with the rest of the scoring coming for the rest of the team, totaling the 66 points. It's been a good year, though. I've really enjoyed this year. Coach Langer did a lot of things different, brought the teams to play each and every game, and so I've got to applaud him and the team. Really, I want to, as we did the other night, I want to talk about the seniors. Bryce Jenkins, it's his last game, Landon George's last game, Colby Knowles' last game, and Brody Rogers' last game, as well as Evan Filer and Jacob Poisel. So I've got to give it to them. I want to recognize them because they brought a lot to this school and to this basketball program, and I wish them the very best and going forward.
Yeah, excuse me, absolutely. They put their stamp on the program. They got a conference title this year. They fought and clawed for that, and there's 6 players that really all interchangeable, about right around the same type of players. Obviously, I had a couple bigs in there, but talent-wise, all 6 of those guys were kind of interchangeable guys, and it'll be interesting to see how the Cats respond next year with the next group. You got a good foundation there. Brooks Langer, along with Kennedy Atkinson and Kobe Norris, that's a really good starting point. Then you start mixing in some of those kids. You know how it goes at the high school level. Kids grow overnight. Kids become good overnight almost.
Absolutely.
So who are going to be those guys that step up and help out? So we'll see what happens. There's a lot of basketball left in some of these kids, and for the others, I want to tell them a great career. We talk about our player of the game, teammate of the game. I'm going to go to both. Both of them going to be the same kid. It was Landon George. The senior on senior night played like a kid that did not want his career and his season to end. He did everything they needed from him, and he was also the Max Everett player of the game, brought to you by Max Ford of Harrisonville. He's the teammate of the game, brought to you by Cam Chenoweth of American Family, Lacey Dominic with Shelter Insurance. Free quote today. Give them a call. So, we'll see where it goes. I doubt Coach will come out, and I don't blame him on the last game of the year. You're in there talking to your seniors, kind of consoling your seniors, and you talk about the great season you've had.
Yeah, you want to spend the time with them because this is a difficult time for the seniors, for the coaching staff, for the parents. Been there, done that, understand all of that. And he wants to spend time because this is, other than probably a banquet or something like that, the last time he's really going to be around them as far as a student athlete in this facility.
The temperature is climbing. It's time to start thinking about getting your trees and landscaping in order so that when the leaves start to bud, the flowers bloom, your house is the best on the block. The only way to make that happen is call your experts at GLS Lawn and Tree. Jeremy Howard has over 20 years in the industry and will give you the best service to have your home the talk of the block. So if you're ready to have the best looking trees, landscaping, and yard, call Jeremy with GLS Lawn and Tree today at 816-922-9090 or visit the website at treetrimkc.com. I'll have to talk a little bit more with Jeremy, see about maybe getting Jerry and I's lawns cut down here in Harrisonville weekly. That could be something we could get rocking and rolling. Jerry's usually all over the state of Missouri every week, and then he has to spend his weekends mowing. We don't want to have that happen. But nevertheless, it's been a fun season. I always hate when it comes to an end. I always like the break for a couple of weeks, and then I'm like, I'm really bored. What are we going to do? So we're going to have a little siesta for a couple of weeks unless, I don't know. I know a guy up in Raytown who's got a pretty good basketball squad. We've done some of their games in the past, and Raytown South, they played tonight against Odessa in their semifinals. They'll have a championship game, I believe, on Thursday or Friday night as well. And then, of course, here we'll have a championship game on Thursday night. If you like basketball and you're a Harrisonville fan, but they're not playing, I encourage you to come out to the game on Thursday night and watch one heck of a basketball game.
It's going to be fun. And before I forget it, I want to wish Frankie best of luck. Well, both the boys and girls, but Frankie from Butler, the Butler Bears, best of luck. I think he said they start tomorrow night, if I'm not mistaken, at Smith Gotten. And so I want to wish him the best after coming out of districts, and maybe see somebody locally from here moving forward farther in the basketball programs.
Well, I mean, not to sound silly, but it's a tall order. He's got a couple of 6'9" kids, and
I thought you said it was a small group.
And he said he got a couple of 6'9" kids, one on the inside, one on the outside, and they have a 6'1" point guard. He's like, it's going to be a tall task, but that's the situation. That's how you build programs.
Oh, absolutely.
You get into a situation where they play out there and they play these big competition. Blair Oaks beat Father Tolton, another powerhouse, in the district championship game on a last-second shot. So one of those crazy things as well right there. But, guys, we've had fun this year, both football, both basketball. We'll have some baseball, maybe a track meet. Me and Jerry are still working on that. We'd love to do a track meet as well and have some fun this spring. We won't have a ton of games this spring, but we also will probably have a couple of girls' soccer games in the spring as well. So we'll have some spring sports coming up for you, but I want to thank all of our great sponsors that make every broadcast possible before we get off the air. Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center, Holland Auto Sales, Max Ford of Harrisonville, Lacey Dominic with Shelter Insurance, Cameron Chenoweth with American Family, Young's Tire and Wheel Center, Young's Auto Repair, Sherwood Community Bank, American Heritage Realtors, C-Squared Embroidery and Screen Printing. As always, they are our official outfitters, and they helped make the beautiful conference championship shirts as well. The Dickey Cottage, Forged by Fire, Uptown Event Center, the Suzy Q Drive-In, Brad Sainer, Farmers Insurance, Hawthorne Bank, Colby's Car Clinic, Health Turf Farms, Schroeder Chiropractic, Atkinson Funeral Home, Harrisonville Chamber of Commerce, Harrisonville Trade Fair Mall, Harrisonville Sonic Drive-In, Upcycled Orchard, Brick House, and Time for Season Catering, and our newest one who came on tonight as well, GLS Lawn and Tree in Raymore. So those are our great sponsors. If you'd like to sponsor, give Jerry, myself, or Gary Davidson a call. We will go over some packages with you. We'd love to get you on the air and get ready for football season in the fall and some spring sports. I know it's Jerry's favorite time of the year, Mr. Baseball himself. So for Ron Alschlager, who helped us out again tonight, for Jerry Forschler, for Coach Jackson and his Butler Bears that go tomorrow night, for Gary Davidson, I'm Chad Grammer saying basketball season is over. We'll see you in a while.